Hot dog skiers on tomorrow's afternoon exchange.
TV5 Eyewitness News with Dave Patterson and the Eyewitness News team is brought to you by the Illuminating Company and Ohio Edison.
Good evening, this is the news. There's not much you can see from the outside at Dum Dum's Bar at East 142nd and Sylvia, but there was an explosion inside that bar tonight, and a couple of men are injured tonight. Richard Carter and Charles Hunt, they're at Euclid General Hospital. While the bomb squad searches for clues as to what blew up and to who might have set it off. Now, there was a wall blown out. Some windows in the area were broken. There is one suspect, a 24-year-old man living on East 49th Street with a record of violations involving explosive devices. As we predicted at this time last night, the Israelis have gone inside of Lebanon after blasting away at first with their artillery, and they have in effect set up new borders with that Arab nation. Their purpose, as they put it, was to make sure that the, quote, murderers from Palestine, unquote, would not use that land as a base from which to attack Israel. They have some prisoners. They have killed an estimated 100 Palestinian soldiers. There will be more fighting now. Arabs promise that. But the Israelis claim that they will keep the new land that they have taken.
How deep is the security belt that Israel has established in southern Lebanon?
Right now we're in the depth of about 10 kilometers.
And the Israeli forces intend to remain there?
That's what the Prime Minister said before.
You can expect more fighting, and you can expect all of this to be number one on the agenda when Begin comes to Washington next week. Bill?
Well, Dave, the result of the Israeli attack could be seen and heard just inside the Lebanese border and also further in. All day, Israeli jets flew sorties over Lebanon without being molested. The townspeople were either hiding or trying to move away from the concentrated assaults. And further inside the border, the rubble showed the devastating effect of ground assaults. The attacks may have had the Israeli desired effect of thinning Palestinian guerrilla ranks, but also may have caused more to join the guerrilla ranks. Syria had promised military aid, but none came, and if it does, or if it had come, it could have meant another Mideast war. Meanwhile, in Egypt, while some Arab leaders are calling on President Sadat now to admit his peace crusade is a failure, Sadat was carrying on official business as usual today. And while he himself had very little to say about the Israeli attack, his foreign minister, Mahmoud Kamel, was sent before newsmen with this statement.
Well, I mean, it goes without saying that we are most unhappy, and we think this kind of actions and reactions are only complicating the process of peace. And of course, I am most unhappy with what's going on.
The Egyptian Foreign Ministry called the Israeli attack organized genocide and urged the big powers to stop what he called Israeli aggression.
And some comments on all of this now from Dorothy Fuldheim.
The coal strike has now been going on for more than 3 months. It is hoped that the impasse will be resolved so that coal can be mined again in large quantities and end the threat of power shortages. This is Jim Hale with a continuing request from the Illuminating Company and Ohio Edison to all customers to keep conserving electricity. Both companies are still buying out-of-state power and burning oil to stretch coal supplies. So far, the conservation measures taken by business and industry and you at home have been a big help. But this is no time to let up. Your conservation efforts will help keep electricity flowing to business and industry and prevent the loss of jobs in Northeast Ohio. Ohio Edison and the Illuminating Company are doing everything they can to keep all customers supplied with reliable electricity. They are depending on you to use that electricity wisely.